Hey, what's up, guys? I am Stephen Gray back here with my interview project for civics. Right here next to me is Paige Salufo.
Hello.
And she is a 12th grader who goes to James Madison High School. I chose her for this project because I know she volunteers a lot, so I figured she'd be good for this project.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Good. Alright, here we go. Question 1. Why do you volunteer?
I like to volunteer because I feel happiest when I'm helping people, and that's how I feel I get my energy, when I'm around other people and surrounded with good spirits, and I just love giving back.
Yeah, that's nice. Question 2. Where have you volunteered?
Around the area, I have volunteered for the Keens program for children, and then I helped with swimming lessons a few times at Georgetown Prep, and that was a lot of fun. I still keep in touch with a lot of the people that I've met there. I have volunteered, every year I volunteer in New York for a program called God Loves, We Deliver, and basically what we do is on Christmas Eve, we go and get a bunch of food. We go to a location and we get a bunch of food, and then we get all these addresses of apartments all around the city, and a lot of the times it's for elderly people who can't go out and can't come downstairs. Maybe they're just stuck up in their apartment and getting food is hard. So what we do is we go and we bring food, and I do this every year with my uncle and my sisters, and we bring food and we just sit there and talk to them, tell them some funny stories. One time I sang for a lady. Just, it's a lot of fun, and I love it.
That's nice. Number 3. What rewards do you think a person gets from volunteering?
I think the biggest reward is just feeling good. I feel when I volunteer, I'm so happy because I like to see other people happy. So I think that's the biggest reward, is knowing that you're doing something good.
Well, yeah, I usually feel good when I complete volunteering, especially in the first quarter project, when I had to do volunteering. I just feel good when I complete all my hours and I can just turn it in, fully completed.
Yeah, and then you look back and you're like, wow, that was a great experience.
Number 4. What might our world be like if there were no volunteers?
Ooh, harsh question. I think the world would be a lot sadder. Just think about all the people that could be getting helped, all the even animals that could be getting helped, but if no one's there to do anything about it, I just see the world would be such a sad place. So I think volunteering definitely makes it a lot more of a positive experience.
Yeah, I definitely feel that if we don't have volunteers, our world will be all messy. Like, there will be, like, trash in the streets.
Yeah.
And, like, like you said with the animals.
There'd be trash in the streets. People would be angry. It would just be horrible.
Yeah, that would be horrible. 5. How will my community service benefit our community?
I think doing any sort of community service benefits everyone, because who knows, you could be going and helping someone, and that could be a friend of a friend, or everyone's somehow connected. And I feel like there's so many different ways to get involved in our community by volunteering. You can go and clean up the park, and that would benefit everyone. You can go and help at a school. There's so many different ways to get involved and help the community.
6. Do you think some kinds of service are more effective than others?
Well, obviously I think that some forms of service are a little bit more challenging to do. They might require more time or more effort or more thinking to follow through, but I think that all forms of community service, whether they're big or small, are equally as important, because in the end, you're helping someone, you're doing something good for your community, and you're making a bigger difference. So I think that no matter if you're picking up a piece of trash or if you are helping severely sick people in the hospital, I think no matter the form of volunteering, it's always important.
Yeah, one time I actually had to do a service project that involved a lot of effort. Like, I had to use a lot of power and strength, all that stuff.
Exactly. Like, I remember freshman year, I'm not exactly a sports kid now, but I played basketball and we had to do a form of community service. Every sport at Madison, there's a volunteer day, and so I remember we went and I had to mulch. There was big bags of mulch and we had to go and pick up all this stuff and pick up fallen down trees. It was such a hard effort, but I think that's equally as important as the other forms of volunteering that I've done. So
number 7. How do you decide which charities to select, like when you volunteer?
That's a good one. Thought that through. Well, for me, I would say when you're trying to pick what charity you want to be involved with, I would say start with thinking of something that you're passionate in. So I know that I love to talk. So that's why the program that I do every Christmas Eve and every holiday that's why I love it, because I get to make personal connections with other people that maybe don't get to have a conversation with someone all the time. But I say it's just starting with something you're passionate in. So for example, if you were to do a volunteer program, I would say start with something with sports, because that's what you're passionate in. There's different ways to get involved in each field of. So there's a bunch of different ways.
If you had to choose, what is your favorite community service project?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Let me think. I would say my favorite. I loved when this was actually at Thoreau. We did Lose the Training Wheels. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it was. I did it. I did it. I think I did it 7th grade and 8th grade actually, but 7th grade, I remember we're all assigned a student and they don't know how to ride a bike, and so I had this kid named Gael, and the first few days he could not ride the bike. He kept wobbling, and we started off with a tricycle, and he was slowly started to learn, and by the last day he was biking with 2 wheels on his own outside, and just keep going, and just seeing his smile and seeing how happy his family felt was so rewarding, and I thought that was one of the best memories. See, the fact that I still remember his name, I remember we brought him in a gold star, 'cause we kept saying, "Gold star for Gael," and it was awesome. It was just very rewarding.
Yeah, at Thoreau they have this thing called Food for Others. Like, they'll do something where a teacher at our school will take a certain amount of students and do this thing where they put food in bags and donate, so I can donate it.
Actually, what we do I'm in student council at Madison High School, and so what we do there is we do a canned food drive, and so my job was all the food that everyone brought in, I put in my car. So there was one day that I had about, I think it was 80 pineapples in my car, and there was 100 oranges and 100 bananas. My whole car smelled like fruit, just threw up everywhere. And I had to bring all that food to Food for Others and unload it, and it was just awesome seeing how much we were able to collect as a school.
Wow. All right, that's all my questions. I think, Paige, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
All right, thank you for watching it. See you later.